Rawr. Rawr.
I'm so happy, happy-go-lucky me. I just go my way, living every day. I don't worry.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show.
It's been
One eternity later.
Greetings, schools, and welcome to another episode of the Hobbesy Horror Screamcast Bros, Season 2, Episode 0. I am the titular Hobbesy, and over yonder is the titular bro, RJ. RJ, how you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I didn't even register if we were ready or not. We just went right into that. But yeah, hi, welcome. Hey, everybody. It's Season 2, Episode 0. We're just doing a recap here before we go ahead and get into Season 2 as a thing. Yeah. How you doing, RJ?
Oh, we're good. We're still good after about 5 seconds.
We're good. After about... Did I already ask that?
Yes, you did.
Man, so we have had a couple drinks before coming back to do this. That's my fault. So this is going to be a fun time. This, like I said, this is Season 2, Episode 0. We are going to do a little recap of Season 1, Episodes 1 through 12. 0 through 12? 1 through 12. Episode 0 didn't matter then either. Yeah. Yeah, have you been in the time? It's been a while. I know. It's been a while since we've done this.
We each got a year older, hopefully a year wiser.
Doubtful. I think it was.
I was gonna say I can happily say I'm an engaged man now. So.
That's true. Clap, 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 clap. But yeah, the podcast is officially over a year old as of I think April last month, which is really cool. It took 5 to 8 months to get the season finale out. That's my fault. But what's that?
Nobody's pointing fingers.
No. I mean, I'm pointing fingers absolutely because I'm the one responsible for these things. But we a freaking year out. Holy crap! Since the day I said let's do this.
I just said give or take,
something like that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and hop into it. I guess we're gonna go through the episodes. I've got the list here of the episodes. I think I've got a fair recollection of the episodes. I think I've listened to them at least semi-recently as a warm-up, which I think was also like 6 months ago or something. Let's see. Professionals. I had notes. They're not good notes, but I have notes. We'll go ahead and jump right in. RJ, what was your favorite episode or movie of the season?
Hands down, favorite movie of the season was definitely Killer Clowns from Outer Space, just because it's been a while since I've seen it, and it was such a fun ride. Like I said, that episode was for us, not the audience. That was for us.
That was for us. I think we said that in that episode as well.
At least 4 or 5 times.
Really stressed it there. I agree. So good. I think if I had, I don't know. We did some good. We did some good episodes. We did some good movies.
We did good movies, but like Killer Clowns is by far top tier just because I love that movie so much.
Episode 2, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Go back and listen. We enjoyed the hell out of that one. I think if it's not Killer Clowns, for me to just avoid choosing the same one as you, because obviously Killer Clowns is the superior. Maybe the Jennifer's Body episode, even though I think
that was surprisingly, that movie was better because I know like in the episode I had my thoughts of like when it was first coming out and watching trailers. I'm like, yeah, this looks dumb. And then I finally watched it. I don't know how many years after the fact it came out. I'm like, it was surprisingly, I surprisingly enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
I love that movie, and even though I think I hated editing the episode, uh, it was still a good episode. I feel like we got a lot out of it. It's a good
Just a
movie.
sidebar. Just a sidebar. Was that the one where you thought we were recording, but we never were? We got like good 30 minutes into it.
I think that was ah, that was either
I think that was the one where we're like 30 minutes into it. And you're like, shit, we were never recording, and we had to start all over again.
Yeah, I
I think that
believe
was.
you could hear my annoyance kind of pushing
Yep.
through the first part after we'd already done it once. Um,
Yep.
that might have been part of the reason
This
I
is the behind the
was
curtains, folks.
right behind the scenes. I think that was part of the reason I hated editing it too. Was just because I could hear myself and my
Remember that little
agitation,
fact?
and hearing you have to reel me in and take me back on it. It's just real upsetty spaghetti. Um, but good episode. And I think it was an episode that did overall pretty well as far as the
My highest viewed one was Evil Dead Rises, just because of, I don't know. I guess because
Evil Dead was a
I
big
don't
one
know.
for us.
That was, and it's an amazing movie.
I don't
And it
know
was
what
fun
did it, but yeah.
watching it and having you kind of squirm on the other side of the mic. That was more entertainment for me than anything else.
Hell, I mean, Evil Dead Rise might be my favorite. It's kind of a toss up because Jennifer's Body. I just love Jennifer's Body. Evil Dead Rise, such a good movie, and it that was a good episode, and that I think is our most listened to episode. I was going through things earlier today, kind of looking at everything. Mm, no. My favorite episode, I got it. My favorite episode that we did was Jeepers Creepers. If only because while listening to it, I realized how much I apparently hated the film and how much you apparently hate the movie.
We're going with episode, not movie here, right?
Yeah. We're going with our favorite episode, the one we
Because I was
enjoyed
gonna
best.
say, the next one where it comes to least favorite, it was definitely just listen to it back. I'm like, I guess Ask Me Jeepers Creepers, because we shat on that movie so many times.
Yeah, there are two episodes where we just absolutely shat on the film. After and saying we liked it on both ends of it, but in the middle of it, we just hated it for every little reason.
And I think I figured out why I end up like talking shit about the movies, because I know before we recorded that, I knew nothing about that director. I didn't know any of the allegations and him being arrested, all that for the nasty,
Jeepers Creepers,
terrible person
yeah.
he is. I think you telling me that before we watched the movie flipped the switch in my brain, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this guy. He doesn't get any good credit for anything, even though Justin Long, you are still a godsend.
Yes, we still
But
love you,
fuck
Justin.
this man. He does not get anything good talked about him or his movie.
Fair, yes. I apologize for having to break that news to you. Someone had to, I guess.
It's all good. It needed to be said.
I did not mean to give you a bias towards the film because of it.
Even before you told me that, I still talk shit about that one awkward scene of the two-way mirror, and there it was just a weird. It was just like, what is this?
Sometimes dead silence works for a film and works for a scene. This is not one of those cases.
This is not one of those examples at all. That was awful.
So yes, favorite movie, I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna say Killer Clowns. Favorite episode, I'm gonna say is Jeepers Creepers, just because it was sandwiched in between I like this movie and I like this movie was a whole lot of, man, I fucking hate this movie. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this.
Before going with my favorite episode that we did, it has to be Child's Play, just trying to figure out the fucking chimney.
The chimney.
Fireplace.
paradox.
Trying to figure out the physics of that in real time while recording was probably the greatest thing we ever did.
How do chimney function in 15th floor of a 16th floor building or whatever? How do chimney function?
That had to be my favorite, like, real time part, and that becomes my favorite episode we did.
Just
was
complete
Sean's
distraction.
About the fucking fireplace.
Definitely. All right. Well, to follow that up, least favorite. We'll go episode to do and film.
I was gonna say the least favorite movie. I think we just said it. Apparently, it was
Jeepers Creepers.
I didn't even realize that until after we recorded it and I listened to it when it came out. I was like, damn, I thought I liked that movie, but apparently I did not.
Right. Fair enough. All right. So least favorite movie, then least favorite episode to do.
That's a good question because I know we kind of started off a little, like, unsure how we're gonna do this whole thing, and then by the time we got to the end of the season, I think we both got pretty comfortable with it.
Right.
Maybe I'll say Halloween just because of our audio issues.
Yeah.
And it is no knock on the movie. It's just we didn't know
absolutely
what
not.
we were doing.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I was either gonna say Halloween or The Odds, just because we couldn't find shit on The Odds.
The Odds was weird and awkward. I still want to do more research on that film. Like we didn't find shit, but I know, but I feel like if I just look a little harder, if I just sniff a little deeper, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find that nugget.
Gotta find something,
right? Yeah, no, I'm gonna say least favorite episode is kind of a sandwich thing for me. It's either Halloween because we're just starting and love the movie and everything, but like we had no idea what we were doing. It was the first time for all of it. The audio issues kind of fucked around and fucked things up there. And I don't feel like we had a cadence or a pacing or, a familiarity with how we were doing things and what we were doing. So it was the roughest.
We've known each other for a very, very long time. First time doing this, and it was just like, I think we were talking over each other way damn times.
I mean, we still do that, definitely. Without being able to without being able to look at each other and see each other, because we do this in separate spaces. We don't have those visual cues of somebody speaking up or emotion that signifies, hey, I have an idea to throw in here. So we still occasionally talk over each other. It's not as bad. On the other end of the sandwich there is the finale, Silent Hill, and my only beef with that is it took me so long to get around to finally doing it. I mean, I know that's not my fault. That's nobody's fault. That was just that's the way life is sometimes. But just that it gave me so much hell to get through it. I had to do it in two or three sessions, just because I couldn't stay focused. I couldn't stay on task. I couldn't keep with it. But more definitively, I think it's just our beginning. Like that, I want to go back and redo the Halloween episode at some point, do the episode justice, because I mean, it is a pinnacle film.
Remastered version, kids.
Yeah, we got to do the remastered. Fun fact behind the curtains, we're also having audio things tonight, so we had to switch up from our usual. Because my microphone wasn't registering in other places for some reason. Dumb. But yes. On the other part of that, your least favorite movie to do, I guess we already determined was Jeepers Creepers, because it was a realization of how much we hated it.
Going into that, I thought I liked the movie. Listening to the episode back when it came out, I was like, damn, I hated this movie.
Just wild how much we just did not enjoy it. I thought we enjoyed it a lot even while we were watching it, but just listening back, it's like, oh, we hated this. This was a horrible film. And it's not. Let's be real. It is a good film. It's just
made it and directed it.
Fuck that guy. Most surprising is on the next. Most surprising episode. Most surprising film. I haven't given this one much thought.
I think the most surprising was Talk to Me because again, that was something neither one of us knew anything about. Like, I think you
Mm,
knew a little bit more than me going into it, but I think I was really, really, especially learning that it was the director's like very first movie.
yeah.
It was the lead actress's very first lead role, and how good that movie was.
Oh, she was so good.
It was, yeah, that movie, like, really, I was just like, oh my, like, I had to watch it two more times after we did the episode because of how much I liked that movie. And I can't wait for the sequel to come out because
Right?
it was so good.
Definitely, definitely.
Um, Most surprising episode. I I guess I would have to say Evil Dead Rises just because how many views we got on it.
Right. Right. Oh,
I'm
wait,
just
this
like,
actually got some
where the hell did
attention.
this go? We hit triple digits on that one, I'm pretty sure. I was like, damn.
I think there's only two we've hit triple digits on, and I think
I can't think of the other one, but I know Evil Dead Rises is definitely one of them.
it might be Evil Dead and Child's Play actually. Um,
That could be the other one.
Child's Play, the only one I made. I attempted a thumbnail for, and I'm not happy about it. I want to take it down and add a border and go crazy on it, but I don't have the time or energy to make thumbnails. I hire someone on Fiverr. Uh,
So
most
I can work for free.
right. Most surprising episode in movie. I agree with you. Movie wise, Talk to Me, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it to The Odds because that was just one we didn't. Neither of us knew anything about. As what that was another one neither of us knew anything about. And it was kind of a weird one. And there
Yeah.
wasn't much to go off of it. It was just a weird little nugget of joy from the ether suggested to us by friend of the show.
Sure, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure we even said during the episode, it's like, okay, once you get that initial watch out of the way, it kind of takes away, trying to watch it second,
Yeah,
third, or
it's
however many times. It literally takes a big thing away from it when you already know what's gonna happen.
yeah, it's that first time like oh what?
Exactly.
So for
Takes
surprise,
the initial
yes.
shock away, pretty much.
Can't go back to it again unless you want to sit down and do like an analysis of it and look for all the details you may have missed in it. I guess knowing everything that's happening, maybe it'll give you, if you watch it again, you get more out of foreshadowing and whatnot. But I don't even know if there's foreshadowing in that film. That was just kind of a crazy one, but it was one that I did enjoy for knowing nothing about and for nothing being available about it. The most surprising episode, I'm gonna say probably Halloween, episode 1. Because it
Because we
was
did it.
because we actually did it, and it started the whole thing, and we actually kind of kept with it, and we finished a fucking season. Um,
And now doing a recap of it.
yeah, now we're doing the recap of it. uh, Next on the list, I don't know if you have anything you want to add. All right, next on the list, favorite kill of the season.
So I got a 1 and 1A situation here.
All right.
So I would give the 1 to Silent Hill Pyramid Head when he just literally just kind of like
flesh
almost
removal.
like a fish ripping out almost like ripping out the guts of a fish, just like tears the skin off of, what was her name, Anna, I believe it was,
I think so,
and
yeah.
just flings the blood all over everybody like here. And then the 1A I would give to 13 Ghosts, where the lawyer gets split in half by the door, because that's just that slow slide off the glass.
So good.
I think I even did it in the episode Chef's Kiss. Yeah. So those are like my 1 and 1A.
That's fair. I kind of figured you were going for the Anna skin rip.
Yeah, it's probably recency bias on it, just because that one's fresher in my mind than the other episodes.
That's fair. I am gonna go with 13 Ghosts and the Lawyer Slice, because that one's just so sad and so satisfying. I also no, I change. I'm gonna go to Devil. I'm going to go with as my favorite. The opening death. When the man throws himself from the roof.
That was a cool scene.
And we start the film.
If we did favorite scene, that would probably be it.
That's fair.
Now that you say it
Yes.
out loud, because just not necessarily the death or the kill in that scene, but like the opening, like from the opening credits of like getting the city upside down and all that stuff, like kind of traveling through the city, and then the next thing you know, it's just like a dude jumping out the window, and it's just like,
Oh.
okay, you have my oh, actually, shit.
Uh-oh.
I'm saying that like the opening scene to Talk to Me.
Dude, you making him a unicorn.
That one literally comes out of nowhere too.
Yeah, that's really good one.
I know we don't even have favorite scene on our little notes here, but yeah, that would be my 1 and 1A.
Fair enough.
Because that was wild.
That was a really good. Was that a kill that happened?
Yeah,
he killed himself. Yes.
Unicorned himself.
He unicorned himself. Yes. Yeah. Oh, that is so good. Oh,
yeah,
that was
like
so
the more
good.
you talk about, all of a sudden, everything starts coming back to you, like flashbacks are like, shit, no, I can't talk about this one because this one, oh no, shit, this one was so good.
Right. This is where I feel like we should have been talking about this before we sat down to record. I don't even know what we talked about. But yes, I'm going to go with the start of Devil, because that crash into was it a news van or a delivery truck or whatever, and it just starts rolling down the street.
Whatever, and it rolled down the street.
So good. Such a satisfying bang of a start. I guess that wasn't a kill, that was a death, but I'm gonna blame it on the devil, so it's a kill.
Yeah, the devil made him do it. That's what the crazy people say in court.
Oh man. Yeah, the devil meme. There was a movie about that also stemmed from the Enfield Poltergeist. No,
Folklore, whatever.
It wasn't the Enfield haunting. It was piss. I can't even think of it. But it was one of those things that they had a Conjuring movie about. Whatever. Ed and Lorraine Warren something. Bringing it around. How do we feel from this? I vaguely do remember this now. How do we feel from the episode 0 through the finale? How do we feel things have changed, or have they changed? What do you think?
Well, I mean, we kind of already said it. I know, like, the very first episode, we didn't really know what we were doing. Audio issues, talking over each other issues, me never doing anything close to this before because I'm a very introverted person. I don't do shit like this. So went from very, very nervous and not knowing how the fuck this is going to happen. Are we even going to finish all of this to, you know what? It's not that bad.
I mean,
By the end of it.
I'm glad you feel that way. You've never done anything like this before? I mean, you streamed a little bit.
And those were the quietest streams ever, unless you and Unclear got in asking me stuff to make me talk.
Yeah, well, no,
I had that one weird person. Show your face.
Show your face. Show your face, RJ. No, you did great. You did a lot of talking on your own and everything. I was listening. I was chilling there. But yeah, I mean, neither of us had done anything like this before, I suppose. Like I stream from time to time, and I've recorded musically, but yeah, sitting down and talking for an extended period and just doing something like this, brand new. The recording process, the editing process, all very brand new.
Top notch, by the way. You did an excellent job.
Oh, thank you. I'm still learning every session I sit down.
Have you edit anything? You learn something new.
Right. But I agree. Definitely, just from the start, not being sure. Like, I was very gung-ho and ready to do this. But then as going through it and realizing, man, this is a lot. Even doing like the bare minimum for things is still like, man, this is a lot. Like you have to sit
It's a
down
lot
and
more work than I thought because you're doing most of it. I'm just like, I feel bad. I'm like, I don't have a computer to help you.
and I will say like I still don't do like proof listens before I upload. Like after editing, sitting and listening to the episode and making sure everything's correct. That caused a little bit of issue in the beginning because while I was still learning to edit and whatnot, I think I forget which episode it is. Might have been Night of the Living Dead or Jennifer's Body, but there's a slight overlap in audio for
Oh, yeah.
a handful of seconds.
Because
Yeah.
I think I pointed that out to you. And I'm like, is there a reason we're literally talking over each other? Because I don't remember doing that.
Yeah. That was learning.
Fun
It
time.
was learning. But even after that, I still don't sit down and do proof listenings. I just edit it and upload. Like, don't give a shit. But
Never gonna be perfect, kids, but we're getting closer.
right, but haven't had any more incidents like that. I've kept things pretty key. I've experimented with a few things here and there as we've gone. I put the faux MGM opening up on one of the episodes.
By the way, that's probably one of my favorite things that you did.
I need to stop being lazy and start adding it to the beginning of every episode. I think maybe perhaps it's cute. It's fun, right?
It's great.
I'm saying a lot of ums tonight, and that's a thing that I've tried to break away from over the episode recordings, but it still happens.
That means it's not scripted, kids.
Yeah, right. I'm not reading, but yeah, I feel like we've gotten better. I feel pretty good about it. I felt relief for the most part, a bit of indifference when I finally finished the Silent Hill episode and got it all done. It was a little bit like, oh, okay, well now it's done, good, yay. But I mean, there's that sense of relief after the disappointment in myself has passed and I've processed it out, where it's like, yeah, we did it, it's done, it's great, yes, especially after listening to the episode and being like, damn, I didn't do too bad on that. Because I think editing is just my least favorite thing. I'm sorry for the crackling. I got to drink some water.
I don't think editing in any situation is fun.
Yeah, no, it's just
Listening to the same thing over and over and over. Listening to any little thing like that. That sounds fun.
It's like, oh yeah, we said all these things, and now I'm sitting here listening to all these things again and again and again and again as I'm cutting out bits and pieces. And I always hate the episodes when I'm sitting down and I'm listening to the raw recording and doing the cutting, because I'm hearing all the mistakes and all this, that, and the other, and I'm judging myself very harshly throughout. But I feel like we got more comfortable with things. Like, I still, behind the scenes, I still, lock up sometimes, or I misplace lose my place in notes, or lose my place in where we are in the synopsis and whatnot. And I feel bad about those. We are our own worst critics. But I definitely feel like we have gotten better in just how we're organized with the episodes. We kind of started winging it a little bit. We got a little bit less on scripting and whatnot. What's that?
Probably about half. I would say we pretty much kind of got like a groove about halfway through.
Yeah, definitely. We stopped having weird audio issues and editing mistakes, and I feel like there are some things I could have done without. Certainly, I wanted to be ambitious. I wanted to have all this, different little side stuff and gaming and yada yada yada. And it's like, it's not 100% what it's about. So that stuff, I think I mentioned it in the finale. Anything that we do like that'll be off on its own separate thing. It won't be part of the podcast playlist. It won't be part of the Spotify playlist. Some things will. They're like the Jurassic Park debate. I don't know if we ever talked about it while recording, but
I think we have, but I think that would be a fun one.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff that doesn't rely on a visual basis or whatever, will still make it into the Spotify and in the overall podcast playlist. Uh, but I think we've gotten better with things, and we've tried things and experimented with things over the course, and I feel like this time around, we are better prepared. We might be a little rusty out of practice, but I think we are better prepared. I think we picked up at least a little bit in the way of skill and setting for ourselves here.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I still feel completely scattered, even now.
You always get there.
Oh yeah.
Always get there in the end. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
Not about the destination. It's about the friends you made along the way.
Something like that. It's about the child and animal murders that you witnessed along the way.
And, do we want to do the favorite quotes again of if you kill a dog, you can kill a kid? There's one other one you said that I loved, and I had it's gonna bug me now.
If at first you don't succeed, burn another child.
There it was. Those were just it was so good in the moment.
The Hobbesy Horror official stance on children. Fair game. Yeah. Anything else you wanted to add to that? Any other feelings on things along the way here?
Forward to 12 new. Well, some new, some I've already seen. And can't wait to get back into it. It was fun. It got a lot more fun the further we got into it. Because honestly, I didn't think. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because I don't like speaking like this and all that stuff, and having people hear my voice, because I don't like hearing my own voice. I did not think I was gonna have that much fun with this. It got better as it went on. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm really happy that you did enjoy it and you are enjoying it.
Yeah, I was looking for. It got to a point where it was like, I'm looking forward to movie night, and
It's I said it a lot during the first season. It's the only reason I will get to watch movies now.
Exactly.
Because I won't do it by myself. I think maybe I will occasionally if I'm having like a depression rut and it's like, oh, I have a day off and I don't want to do anything. I'm gonna lay in bed and watch horror movies or binge an anime series. But other than that, yeah, like I don't sit down to watch movies often. So this was like a treat for me. It's like, oh yeah, cool. It's Thursday. We're gonna watch a movie. Let's go.
Yeah, I pretty much got like to the point. I think it was probably by. I'm not gonna lie, I was really giddy for Killer Clowns, but like after that, I was like, all right. Especially when we got to movies either I've never seen before, or we both never seen before. I was like, all right, this is gonna be fun,
Yeah, for sure. And this season, there's few movies on the list that I haven't seen.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure almost every movie I have on my list you have never seen before. So it should be fun.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
There's a few that you not every but there are probably more I haven't have on my list. And then I think on your list there's I've only seen 2 of them. 3 of them.
There's
4 of them. Just kidding, 4.
Let's see. I think there's only
As I was looking down at it for the first time in like 6 months.
I know, right? I've been glancing at it because I've been thinking of taking one off of mine. Don't know. I mean, we may just leave it on there and leave it as like the episode, but there's just so many movies I want to do, That's I think
so, I mean, like this this year alone there's so many good horror movies. There's so many good ones that came out last year. And actually, I meant to actually say when we were discussing Talk to Me earlier, I think I told yesterday of when this is recording, A24 that did Talk to Me is actually making an Elden Ring movie. I know it's not horror, but like horror genre per se, but I mean there's some horror aspects in the game. I don't know if they'll do that in the movie or not, but that's very, very interesting.
I don't think there's any way around it. I mean, if we talk about things with horror elements, I mean, it might not be in the horror genre per se, but there's a lot of horror element to it. I mean, there's a lot of body horror,
Yeah.
with the rot and with the grafter and whatnot. Um,
I'm just trying to think of like all the things they'll have in that movie from the video game. I think it's gonna be really really cool in that movie. But
yeah. Yeah, no, there'll definitely be some horror elements to it, which would be real freaking cool. I'm gonna hold out hope. I'll hold out hope for that. I have no idea how they're gonna do it. It's a lot of whimsy to encompass.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, there's only a couple on your list that I haven't seen actually. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna say any names, but number one on the list, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I've only seen the original of that. I've seen number 2. I've seen number 3. I think I've seen number 4. I've never seen number 5.
I can't wait for that one. I can't wait for the last 2 on mine.
And I refuse to watch number 6 on my own after watching the beginning of it.
Well, at least you won't be on your own for this one because I can't wait to have you squirm through that one too.
Oh God,
This is called a tease, kids.
I'm going to. I know I'm going to. Let me get back down to the notes and stuff. Yeah, no, but see, dude, looking forward to getting into this season as well. A lot of good stuff on our list, and I want to do so many movies, but.
I was just gonna say, like, we've been kicking around some ideas for new segments for each episode. So
yes.
Be on the lookout for that. I think we come up with some pretty decent ideas.
We're gonna be We're gonna do one little one.
We are gonna be testing one. It's gonna be a little rough in the beginning, but we'll see how it goes.
I think it's gonna get more rough the deeper we go. We'll see how long it lasts before it's just like we're freaking idiots and we don't know anything. Let's not do this and embarrass ourselves anymore.
It's either gonna last the whole season or it's gonna last like maybe 2 episodes.
Right. It's about where we are with it. But yeah, we've got a few things we're kicking around. It's exciting. Next up, we'll skip down to that. Is there anything you want to revisit with the season? Anything you want to talk about? Go back on things that you thought could have been better with it, or?
I think we kind of, especially with the beginning issues that we had, like the audio and all that stuff. Like we got that pretty much down pat. But because like I said, I think I would like to say a little bias here, but I like to say every time we did an episode, I think we got a little bit better with it. Like especially like I said, like the flow. Even though we're not in the same room together, watching the movie, recording, and all that stuff, I feel like we got a pretty good groove, pretty good flow by like the end,
Yeah, definitely have to agree. By the time we got through it, we kind of had a pacing. Every episode comes out to between like an hour 17 and an hour 45 or so.
Yeah, our episodes are always longer than the movie we actually watched. I'm pretty proud about that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I was having some questions and doubts about it recently. I brought up like, maybe we'll make him shorter. I'll try to find a way to condense things.
No, fuck it. We're doing an hour longer.
Yeah, right. And it's like, you know what? No, screw this.
That was an exact quote too.
We're doing this. Yeah, I have no issue with the timing of how we do things. It's we do the movies longer than the movies. Long and short of it.
That's a gimmick.
And we're just gonna, we're just, as I tend to say, we're gonna traipse over or piss over or whatever as we go, and we're gonna make this crap happen. Posted the other day, check us out. Like, follow, subscribe. We're here to stay. I don't give a shit. I'm back. I'm renewed. Anything that I want to revisit with it, like I said, I would love to redo the Halloween episode, just to give it justice in at least having like a functioning sound and whatnot. I'm a little bit better at editing now, so cutting things and making the sound more natural, it would be great. And I feel it kind of deserves that. Anything else I'd like to revisit otherwise? Not so much, I don't think. I think otherwise, it got to where it was and we got better as we went. And I think we can only get better as we go. Eventually, get
Maybe we'll even have our live episodes with an actual audience watching along with us.
yeah,
One day.
I was thinking about that recently because there is the secret, not put together, not constructed Discord where we got a couple people that hang out. I was thinking about starting that soonish, or at the very least, just hitting the record while we're watching. Just have our commentary there as we go through, because I feel like we're funnier on the fly while we're watching.
It's always like, I'll make a mental note of that joke and somehow make that sound authentic in the recording.
You're right. It's just a lot more natural as we're watching it together and bullshitting back and forth over it. And I think that would be fun to have on the side to listen to or whatever.
Because I know that's eventually where I think both of us will take it eventually, instead of like watching every recording, then watching it with other people, like, kind of like, I know you can't see me doing the quotes, but audience with us, and we don't even have to record, the next day because we all have it all.
You're right.
And put it on the, our various platforms.
Yeah, definitely. I think that would just be fun. I don't know, just finding the right people. There is a show on the list for this season that we might have a guest host. Might be able to swing a guest host. That's something I would like to do as well, because as two people on a podcast, like, that's great.
Perspective.
But yeah, having a third in there, just giving their perspective, and especially like knowledgeable individuals, could be fun. Could add something to it. I would also like non-knowledgeable individuals. I would like to get Charles in here at some point, friend of the show Charles, to just pop on an episode with us, watch a film that's outside of his typical norm, and give his perspective on it as well. But yeah, bring people on occasionally for an episode or whatever. If we can somehow manage that, we'll find out. That requires actually approaching people. But other than that, yeah, we've got the segments, we've got stuff coming up. Looking forward to the future of it and everything. Did mention the trip to Key West to visit Robert the Doll today. We talked about that.
Will be a fun trip when I'm not even gonna say if, when we do it.
When we do it, exactly. Keep that mindset forward.
Maybe it'll be an easy sell to the fiance.
Right.
You want to go to Key West?
Right, you want to go to Key West? This is great. I don't know, like adding to that, places like St. Augustine or something as well, and just local stuff. We've got Casadega nearby us, which is a fun little medium town. But yeah, that's fun stuff to think about, and looking forward to it. We other than that, we're still going to be growing. We're still going to be evolving. We're still going to be learning things. So yeah. Is there anything you're looking forward to in the future as we do this?
I think we've pretty much kind of said it, because I know we eventually more of like a live audience watch along.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we could kind of do our notes, comments, jokes, mostly jokes, in real time kind of thing, and then kind of broadcast that out. Or even, just live stream it, not only because I know you do Twitch a lot, like not only do it on, but maybe even live stream it on like YouTube whenever we get sophisticated enough to know how to do stuff.
Sophisticated enough, signing into my YouTube through OBS. Damn, if I just wasn't so lazy. That could help me on so many levels. But yeah, we'll get to it. We'll see.
Oh, and we might have, maybe after today, have new graphics on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Possibly?
Yeah. I mean, there, there are things we want to incorporate and
So many
whatnot.
fun, exciting new things coming.
It's so much more work for me.
Yeah, I was trying to keep that at a minimum, but I think it's kind of impossible for a growing, evolving thing.
I don't give a if people want to start paying me to do this, that would be awesome.
Would be awesome.
I will whore myself to any sponsors. Independent, you want me to shout out something on that? You'd be $5. Just $5. I'll do it.
I know how to read. I passed kindergarten.
Right?
We can do reads.
Can absolutely do reads. One day, maybe we'll have ads. That'd be cool.
My goodness.
But just yeah, looking forward to the future. Looking forward to trying out new things. Maybe some new segments that we're thinking on, trying to work out kinks and figure out what we want to do, what we want to include, and things we'll be testing over the course of things. Always mention side content, and then we never do side content, but there are things that I want to do. We have a nice list of
People
stuff.
coming back.
What's that?
That's how you keep the audience to come back.
Yeah, gotta have the gimmicks,
You promise things and never
deliver.
They keep coming back.
But no, we have a little list of things currently, including Dream Nightmare blunt rotations. I think I put Fuck Marry Kill Serial Killer edition on that, or slasher edition on that somewhere.
Interesting.
Fuck the Xenomorph, marry Michael Myers, obviously.
We'll make sure the fiance doesn't hear that one.
No, we got to get the fiance's opinion. We got to get her in there on that.
You're just trying to get me in trouble before I get in trouble.
Look, you can't get in trouble for fuck, marry, killing horror movie villains. That's, you're fine. It's nobody's actually fucking the Xenomorph. I would, but what? But yeah, a few little things on the list that we want to do. Like I said, we're gonna try one out tonight. We're gonna put a cap on this episode with it.
I was gonna say, if there's nothing else, we did watch a movie from your list last, so you would be the first to pick.
Ooh, I will be the first pick. Do we want to do that now? Do we have anything else we want to say or do? Do we want to do the test seg first, or? This is fun. Oh, witnessing it.
We were testing that segment tonight. Cut that out.
Cut that out. Look, we'll workshop it. We can go ahead. We can start putting the kibosh on it. Nice little episode 0 that we've accomplished here. We debated on doing a wheel, and until we have a way to feed
it's not gonna work currently.
Yeah, until we get it nailed down to feed it through to where we both have the wheel, we're not going to do the wheel. That would have been fun. So I haven't sat and considered what we're going to do from this list first, but I think I am so mad that I have the image in the notes and I did not put it in the episode. Man, I was lazy. Where did it go? There it is. Film list. I think I want to go ahead and get this one out of the way. For no other particular reason. What's that?
I think I know which one you're talking about.
We want to go ahead and we want to get... Hi, Pupper. We want to go ahead and get this one out of the way because I've heard all the worst about it, but I know I need to see it. And I do look forward to seeing it and talking about it. We're going to start off season 2, episode 1 will be Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Well, I thought it was going to be a different one.
Ooh. Did you think it was going to be the last one?
The last one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were setting up.
No. No.
I'm gonna
put that one off.
I will give a little teaser on this. So the first one, when I first watched it, I was like, wow, this is kind of cheesy. Then I watched the second one, and the second one gave me a new perspective on the first one. So just keep that in mind as you're when we get to this.
Oh, okay. I will keep that in mind.
Excellent choice.
I never heard anything about the second one, but everything I heard about the
Second
first
one's
one was
so
just
good.
bad. It was just bad.
The second one is so the first one was like it's so bad I like it, and then the second one like I said, it was actually like really really good,
Okay,
and
okay.
it gave me new perspective on the first one of how it came about, because the first one don't explain shit. Second one explains everything.
Right. Fair enough. Okay. I will keep that in mind.
But the
Man,
second one will eventually make a list.
I was gonna say now I
Just
kind of want to
like
watch them just like back to back, get the
it's so
full
good.
thing.
It's so good.
Uh, yes. So I want to watch it. I know I have to watch it. Like I don't think I could live with myself if I didn't see this film. I just don't know when I would actually get around to seeing it. So yes, I want to get this one done. I want to watch it. I want to see it. I want to
Yeah, that
indulge
when you
myself.
were saying I want to get this out of the way, that's what I thought was the other movie.
The one that's going to make me squirm a bit.
Yes.
Okay. No, I will save that one. Maybe that'll be like a mid-season episode, you know. We'll see. Uh, I did want to say I had a couple other ideas for quote unquote side content, because these won't fall into the main podcast episodes. But I would like to get into some anthology type stuff. There are a couple of films that will make the list later on that are anthologies themselves. Because I mean, Creep Show has to go on, Trick or Treat has to go on, VHS series have to go on. So I'm looking forward to those.
I've always seen the first Trick or Treat. I've never seen the VHS ones. Creep Show. Yes.
Yes. So I'm looking. I want to do anthology series, but we don't have any on the list this season. And I don't know if those would be. I think those would be main feed episodes. But I'd like to do some side stuff that, you know, maybe it'll land on the main feed, but I'd like to do some TV series, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to think of a clever name for like an X-Files one, and I haven't gotten anywhere on that yet. But yeah, there's a couple series that I'd like to hop into.
Files?
The what?
Tiger Lad Files?
Tiger Lad Files. Yeah, you know,
Off the top of my head?
we'll workshop it. I don't know, because I hadn't thought of X-Files at all until just this moment. I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be really cool to do too, wouldn't it? Yeah, X-Files, especially with Ryan Coogler working on an X-Files project. So that's pretty cool. I think it'd be rad to hop on that train during the time. But yeah, I know I kind of slung those at you, and you were like, never, you know, I haven't watched them in a while. That'd be cool. And I feel that I haven't sat down like Tales from the Crypt or Twilight Zone in ages. So, but yeah, so that's something I want to we want to do. I don't know. I'm not going to speak for you, but just other ideas in the shoot.
We got definitely things floating around.
Definitely, and I hope we can be more active with it. I hope I hope life is kind, because I think that's the main issue. I think that's what slogs me down personally the most. Is just, man, life's chaotic and stressful, and I make it more stressful for myself by adding work to it. But yeah, just neat things. I think we're good with that. We're coming up on an hour. I think we can wrap it up. Is there anything you'd like to add?
I think we kind of covered pretty much everything.
All right. So, I mean, whenever we can, we'll start working on scheduling and figuring out when things do. We had talked previously of kind of keeping a looser schedule with the pod, just to avoid burnout and overdoing things. Yeah. Giving space for ourselves, and you know, so going forward, things might not be were we doing bi-weekly? I think
we're doing
previously. We had started out, I think, trying to do things weekly, and then we just went to bi-weekly period. And now we're going to be, it's like maybe once or twice a month, whatever we can get done and get released and do. We're going to do it as we can, just to keep ourselves sane, keep ourselves healthy, and to be able to just keep doing this. Because, I mean, it's for funsies.
Full of fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's for funsies. It's a passion thing. It's, this is just a thing we take our own time to sit down and do because we want to. And we got to keep ourselves sane and healthy while we do it, to keep it fun, to keep doing. But yeah, no, looking forward to it. Yay for celebrating a birthday, yay for finishing a season. Those are accomplishments to things like we got them done, we got them out. And we have every intention to keep going forward with it. So thank you for joining us on the journey, on the start of our adventures. And as we continue going forward, hopefully you stick with us, or if you hop on and just join, you got a backlog of things, and you can listen through and see the evolution of things as we've gone up to now. Until then, we'll work on getting things sorted and scheduled, and yeah, looking forward to sitting down behind the microphone, watching some movies, and just enjoying some buddy time with the bro. Anything else for you, RJ?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Did you wave at the camera at the start?
You said hello. Yes, I did. Every single time.
Good man. Don't forget to wave back, audience. And on that note, RJ doesn't say bye, so bye.